What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about the Angel of the North. I have literally never heard of this thing until today. Today, I heard about it for the first time today, and I'm like, I'm gonna learn about this. I'm gonna figure out what this is. This mythical thing, this statue. If I look at it on Google, the Angel of the North, let's get a little context, at least for me. It's 177 feet tall. I mean, look at this thing, for one thing. Look at this thing. What is this? It's beautiful. It's interesting. I've never seen a statue like it. Oh, look, there's someone actually down by its feet, putting their arms out. Is that what you do when you visit this? You stretch your arms out like the Angel of the North? That's kind of fun. Anyway, look how gigantic this thing is compared to this person, by the way. Why was this built, and why did nobody tell me about it? It's very important that I was told. But seriously, this is located in Gateshead. Oh, sorry, it's a sculpture by Anthony Gormley, located in Gateshead, Tyne and Ware, England. I've absolutely no idea where that is. But we have a map. We have Google Maps. It doesn't matter if I don't know. So what I'm here for today. Let's zoom out. Zoom out a little bit. Angel of the North. Okay. Oh, wow. Northern England. Very north. Oh, Angel of the... The Angel of the North is in the north of England. It's all starting to make sense. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Cool. I'm not familiar with any of the towns or areas nearby this place, but that doesn't really matter for the purposes of this video. I'm focusing on this statue, this incredible thing. I can probably go to the Wikipedia for a sec and just get a little more context. I found this video as well that we're going to watch very soon, where I think it's going to be explained a little bit to me what this work of art, basically, right? Work of art. I don't know if it represents something. It's this angel, but gosh, it's this angel. It's kind of scary, to be honest. To someone who's never seen it, maybe inspiring is a better word. It's awe-inspiring. It's so huge and striking with the giant wings, man. I've never seen anything quite like this. It's a really cool profile. If I go to the Wikipedia, Angel of the North is a contemporary sculpture by Anthony Gormley, right? It is believed to be the largest sculpture of an angel in the world and is viewed by an estimated 33 million people every year. That's right. That's something else I had heard. This is like one of the most visited sculptures on the planet, I believe. Okay, that's good. That's the kind of context I needed. Let's take a look at this cool video, probably explaining a lot more about it.
This is the Angel of the North. It stands beside the A1 in Gateshead, just outside of Newcastle, and is one of the most iconic sculptures in the whole of the UK.
I would call this one of the most iconic sculptures I've ever seen. It's not that the artist behind this not only found like this profile shape with the giant wings and the human form that's striking and something I've never seen before, but then he made it almost 200 feet tall. Decided to go and make it enormous, which is very, very cool.
And believe it or not, this footage is actually from sunrise. We got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to see it in the glorious splendour of daybreak, only for it to be completely grey and overcast instead.
Oh, no.
Well, there was one patch of blue sky.
Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh, seeing this thing with like a beautiful, beautiful sunrise would be some kind of spiritual awakening or something.
At 20 metres tall, it's taller than 4 stacked double-decker buses, and
Yeah.
can be seen from many miles away in the surrounding countryside.
Oh, you can look at this. That makes it so much cooler. You can be like miles away, kilometers away, excuse me, and see this thing that looks like it's stomping through the forest, destroying everything. I don't know what the symbolism behind this is. If it's got a religious symbolism, if it's just meant to be cool. I'd be okay if it was just meant to be cool, but maybe it has some kind of deeper meaning?
And whilst 20 metres might not be the tallest, for instance, both the Statue of Liberty and Christ the Redeemer statue are taller, even...
Okay, still though, the fact, when I picture the Statue of Liberty, I picture, okay, that is scary, enormous, big. This is like 60%, 65% the size of the Statue of Liberty. That's huge. That's really difficult to build. What is this thing made out of, by the way?
without their pedestals. What makes the Angel of the North so impressive is its wingspan, a massive 54 metres, similar to that of a jumbo jet.
Right.
And well, this presented something of a problem when it came to designing the Angel. You see, each wing weighs an incredible 50 tons, attached to a body weighing double that at 100 tons.
Wow, hold on. This view here...
It's an incredible 50 tons,
This view right here, like, I like this, because it's a perspective of us standing on the ground, looking up at this behemoth. Its wings are... the wingspan is bigger than the Statue of Liberty, if I understand correctly. This is just like, seeing this in real life, well, I'd be scared it would, like, fall over on me. I tend to have weird kind of thoughts when you see something, like, kind of surreal, or, like, just incredible feat of, like, construction, this thing.
Attached to a body weighing double that at 100 tons. So you've got 200 tons of steel spread across a 54-metre wingspan, trying to withstand harsh and battering winds, whilst all of this tremendous weight is resting on a very slender pair of ankles, just a couple of metres in diameter.
Yeah, it's all, like, supported by these ankles. They're saying it's made out of steel. Wow, when was this built? When was this built? That's what I'm wondering. Completed in 1998. Okay, that makes sense. Gosh, only like 25 years old. Not that old. I still had never heard of it.
So why doesn't it just fall over? Well, first of all, it was decided to build a framework of steel ridges on the outside of the Angel to give it more strength and support. A sort of exoskeleton that has today become so iconic.
Yeah, okay, so they built the exoskeleton look with all the bars coming down as like as a structural thing, but it ended up just being like a really cool visual thing. Like it just looks cool. It's like artistic.
But the main part of the answer lies beneath the grass.
Really?
The Angel is attached to an underground concrete plinth using 3-metre-long bolts. This plinth is in turn attached to a series of concrete piles buried 20 metres down into the bedrock.
This makes so much sense. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. Was I really thinking it was just balancing on top of the hill or something? It's riveted, like, really, really, really deep into the ground, which makes a lot of sense. It's like when you build, like, a porch or any building, you set the foundation deep in the ground. Okay, this thing is not going to fall over and crush me anytime soon. So that's comforting.
In total, the foundations weigh 600 tons of solid concrete and anchor it down, making it resistant to winds of up to 100 miles an hour.
Wait, 100-mile-an-hour winds? That's actually kind of unlucky, because you're dealing with this thing that's like... Hold on, where's the wings? There. You happen to be dealing with a statue that is like the biggest wingspan of like basically any sculpture or statue, with 100-mile-an-hour winds. I imagine the forces put on this thing are actually, like, scary, substantial.
It down, making it resistant to winds weigh 600 tons of solid concrete and anchor it down, making it resistant to winds of up to 100 miles an hour. Yep, that's not going anywhere. It really is an engineering marvel, and it forever redefined the landscape of northeast England.
Yeah, I mean... I feel like it's impossible for me to explain what it's like as an American who is seeing this for the first time. This is such a striking image, and I can't emphasize enough the fact that it's this enormous sculpture with this incredible profile and the wings. It's like blowing my mind. It's like... How did this just pop up and I'm learning about it for the first time? I would think this thing, apparently this is very well known in England, I'm sure. In the UK, I'm sure this is very well known, but I've never heard anyone ever in America talk about this, or show this, or bring it up, or when it was getting built, maybe it was on the news or something, I don't know. Wow.
And today, a whole 20 years after its completion, the Angel of the North stands as magnificent as ever.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Is it supposed to be like a protector? Like an angel, like a protector or something? This video was by Half Asleep Chris. I liked it. Very nice. Very nice little explanation of the Angel of the North. Oh, what do the comments say? Most people from the area hated the angel at first. They complained she was a waste of money. But I think now they have grown to love her. This often happens with great art. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I guess if I lived there and I found out my town or city was spending like millions of dollars to make a statue or sculpture, I might be like, wait, why aren't we like rebuilding our bridges or roads? But now that it's been a while and it's built and it's awesome, everyone probably agrees, hey, this thing is pretty sweet that we did this. Iconic. Okay, most people just having nice things to say about the sculpture. I still don't quite know if I understand the meaning behind it or why it was commissioned. Was it commissioned just as art, just because it is like an awesome idea? The design of the angel, like many of Gormley's works, is based on Gormley's own body. The Corten weathering steel material gives the sculpture its distinctive rusty oxidized color. Okay. It was commissioned and delivered by Gateshead Council, who approached Gormley to be the sculptor. Although initially reluctant to do it, Gormley agreed. Am I saying his name right? Gormley agreed to undertake the project after visiting and being inspired by the angel's proposed site. Right, it's on top of like this mound. It's pretty awesome. I'll make this bigger. Look at this, wow. This angle's great. Yeah, it's like perched up on a little mound, surrounded by the countryside. Got some windmills back there. This thing would be if you just never knew about this thing and you stumbled across it, you'd be like, what is going on? Again, I'd be kind of scared. This thing has a very distinct look to it. So he agreed to do it after seeing where he could build it. A former colliery, what is that? A coal mining plant, okay. Overlooking the topography of the Tyne and Wear lowlands, yes. Hartlepool Steel Fabrications, responsible for the manufacture and assembly of the sculpture. Okay, is there like, okay, design. It's based on a cast of his own body. The wings are big, it's oxidized. Why the angel? Gosh, does anyone know? Symbolism. The North of England Civic Trust's study on the significance of the Angel of the North claims that the sculpture may be the most prominent piece of post-World War II public art in the UK. Arguably the best known and most easily recognized public artwork in the UK. I'll say that. You know, it's so iconic looking and recognizable and so well known in the UK. I'm so shocked that it's not more well known in America. Truly. It's so cool. It's been described as the first significant example of giganticism in British sculpture. True. I don't see much stuff like this. It really does remind me of the Statue of Liberty. Seriously. The human-like representation combined with the fact that the angel does not commemorate any one person or people, which means you can freely attach your own meaning to the sculpture. Wow. That's nice. Such symbolisms have included optimism associated with the millennium, historical connection to the miners, or personal or religious experiences. Yeah, when I saw this thing, I was like, is this like the protector of the North? Is this the protector of England? It's because it's like this big kind of scary but powerful, daunting, angelic figure. I could go on and on about this thing. This is like, that's what I love about it, I think. Just makes you look and be like, what? What does this mean? How did they do this? But, yeah, I'm so glad that I discovered this today. Very, very glad. This is fascinating. I think the most fun part to me was how it just popped into existence from my perspective as an American. I'll have to spread the word about this one. This thing is awesome. The Angel of the North. Very cool. And that was a nice little video explaining it as well. Okay. Very interesting. Anyway, if you found this video interesting or cool as well, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to the UK, stuff in the UK, UK culture, things I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.